Peace and blessings. Good morning. I hope that you, like me, got some rest this weekend. And I also hope that you had some more conversations with yourself around this concept of dignity and what it means to you. I certainly had a couple of opportunities this weekend to really look at it for myself and to be reminded of its significance in the way I interact with people. So already it's only about 9:30 in the morning, and I've already had a session with a couple, and we inadvertently have already discussed the role of dignity in their relationship. But what I know for sure is whatever couple I'm working with, dignity is a part of the internal conversation that I'm inviting people to have with themselves, and also how to really understand the many ways in which we violate the dignity of the person that we are in intimate partnership. And my hidden goal, which is not so hidden, is that if I can really encourage a couple, an intimate partnership, to move to a higher place, then I'm impacting them, their children if they have children, their extended family, their community, their workplace. Everyone's impacted by these two people making a decision to honor the value of another. So I'm going to talk about today, and I think this is part 4 of this conversation. So today I'm going to talk about the many ways that we can undermine or violate our dignity. And this is what Dr. Hicks refers to as the temptations, the 10 temptations that undermine our dignity. And the number one temptation to undermine our dignity is taking the bait. Now, we've all experienced that. When someone violates us or we feel disrespected, we take the bait. The limbic system says, holy crap, she's in danger. We got to fight back. And we fight back with the tongue, with the sword between our lips. And every time we do that, we undermine our own dignity. So self-restraint is a key element of dignity. And what does that look like in the world? How do you practice self-restraint? The simplest, easiest way to get self-restraint started in your being is to close your eyes and take that breath. When you take that breath, your brain and your body get back into unison. The heart begins to speak to this part of the brain and then allows this part to rationally assess whether there's a real danger. If someone violates my dignity, am I going to die from it? Or can I choose for both of us to live as a result of it? So you practice self-restraint by taking that breath. And if I could use a real life example that I'm sure could apply to everyone that's listening this morning, is a few years ago, I hired someone to help me in my home by cleaning my house. Just every few weeks, this woman would come and she'd clean my house. And I thought it was a win-win situation for both of us. I was a busy mom working for myself, and she was also a mother starting her own business. I thought it was a win-win. I also tried to help her out by paying her cash instead of giving her a credit card. I thought that would save her some fees. So she came to my house, and I was in a rush, and I didn't leave the cash on the table. And so I called her and I said, oh, by the way, I forgot to leave your cash. I'm headed to the bank. I'm going to get your money, and I'm going to bring it home. And for whatever reason, whatever came up from her past, she was offended by the fact that the cash wasn't on the table. And she said, you're lying to me. You don't have any plans to pay me. And I'm like, huh? She said, you're a liar. She called me a liar 3 times. And so already, that name, that label just triggers all kinds of stuff inside my brain. But I've been working on this thing for quite some time. And I said, so let me see if I got it. You're saying that I am lying to you and that I'm stealing money from you. Is that what you're saying? She said, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Ooh, another chance for me to take the bait. Because there's a part of me that just wants to roll over her at this point. And I pulled back and I said, so it seems to me that since you think I'm a liar and a cheat, that it might be time for you to leave my house and not to clean it. And she said, what? And I said, that's what I said. Since you have decided that I want to steal from you, which you and I both know is not a part of who I am, then you've also made a decision that you don't want to clean my house. Why would you want to clean the home of a liar and a cheat? She said, no. And I said, no, it's okay. It's okay. I would like for you to leave my home as you entered it. I will be driving to my home in a few minutes. I'm going to lock my door. And you won't be invited back in. Now I'm responding from a place of complete dignity. I've maintained my self-worth. I've not called her any names to violate hers. I'm not matching her behavior, but I'm also saying what you're doing is unacceptable. Your behavior is unacceptable. And then she had an invitation where she could take responsibility over what she'd done. And that is the second part. When we shirk responsibility, then we continue to undermine our dignity. So she undermined her own dignity by not saying, you know what, Sabrina? You're right. I should not have called you a liar. I should not have made an assumption about you. Because when we honor our own dignity, then we also are able to apologize when we are wrong. And that's a big stretch for us. That's a big stretch because sometimes our past life experiences, our past painful experiences lend itself to us being resistant to an apology, lend itself to us being resistant to accepting responsibility. And so later on, I saw this person again because we had other relationships that were intermingled. And she said, I'd like to come back and clean your house. And I said, are you really ready? And I was looking and waiting for her to offer an apology and to take responsibility. And basically what she said was, I'm a good cleaning lady. And I said, that is true. And you cannot clean my house anymore. And so I laid down a very polite boundary, and she had an opportunity to regain the trust that I had given her, and she opted not to. So when we honor our dignity, we're not necessarily going to make the relationship exactly the same, but our relationship with ourselves can stay intact. And so when I found another cleaning lady, we engaged in a different kind of relationship, which allows me to see that other person again from a place of love and understanding, but also clarity that our relationship had changed. So I want you to think about how you can maintain your dignity in the face of a relationship that must be changed. These are very sticky conversations. But I want you to think about whether you're worth it. Your dignity is intermingled with your own self-worth. So, this week, it's about looking at how you've been tempted to violate other people's dignity and how other people have attempted to violate yours. Take that breath. Don't eat the bait. Take that breath. Accept responsibility. Take that breath. and make an amends if you need to. I wish you a joyous week. I wish you a wonderful day. And I can't wait to hear more about how you have walked with dignity. Peace and blessings.